With her shovel in hand, she roams the universe, exploring every land, no map, no reverse. Oh, dig a 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck. Riding waves of stars through the cosmic sea, finding who we are in the galaxy. She's got questions to ask and a fire that won't die, unraveling each task under the sky. Oh, dig a 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck. Riding waves of stars through the cosmic sea, finding who we are in the galaxy. She's got questions to ask and a fire that won't die, unraveling each task under the sky. Oh, dig a 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck.
Because, you know.
Hello, hello. How is everyone doing tonight? It is a Monday evening. Oh my goodness. What am I doing here? That's there and that. There you are. Okay, I found it. I found the chat. I know where you are now. Hi everyone. How you doing? Monday evening, the 17th. It is a chatting with friends. That being said, I'm not sure how many friends, if any, are going to show up tonight. I've got, unfortunately, Kaiser is under the weather. He's still really sick, so he's not going to be able to join us. So that kind of sucks, and I hope that he gets ready or gets better soon. You know, I've been sick for a little while now, so I hope you can get it cleared up. And then Brian's having a bit of an emergency with his reservoir for his 3D printer. So crossing fingers he can get that sorted and it's not leaking. Anyways, yeah, so it might just be chatting with chat tonight. That's, totally cool as well. I haven't really done much other than sit here all darn day. I had about an hour and a half after the show with Johnny to stand up and stretch and go pee, and that's about it. I fed the monsters, of course. The girls got themselves fed. So, of course, that as well. Yeah, I have not looked at a whole lot. News from Canada, this side of the border, is not great. Carney has finally tabled a budget, or he's presented a budget. It needs to be voted on and accepted. And it looks like the NDP and will approve it, and the Green Party has said out loud officially that they are going to approve it. So it looks like Mark Carney is bringing in digital ID, which is our next big step towards full-on communism. It's a scary thing, and you've got to know what's going on the bigger scale. Otherwise, you're going to think most people are gonna think I should be wearing this when I talk about the horrors, the fears of digital ID, but I really shouldn't, because it's the honest to God truth. There's 3 or 4 bills in the Senate right now. Bills 8, C8 through 10 or 11, something like that. But they're all censorship bills. They're in particular internet censorship bills. And once those are passed, and this bill is passed with the digital ID, that's pretty much it. So the Republic of Western Canada can't start soon enough, and I am totally okay with the idea of BC, just disappearing, separating from the coast, because the people on the coast call the shots for the whole province, but the whole province feels totally different than the people on the coast. We see things completely differently, and so yeah, however it needs to happen, I would really like to see the 4 or 5 provinces just leave and be done with it, because these guys they're not doing us any good over in Ottawa. In the meantime, hello AP, how you doing?
I'm making it. How are you?
I'm doing about the same. Yeah. I've not been paying attention to the hockey at all. So I have no idea who's playing who and winning.
Wings are in second in their conference.
Second? Okay.
Yep, they just won last night. So
Park
they
the
got
Cubs.
23 points. And I forget who's in first,
Okay.
but they're only 1 point out of first. And
All right. Let's see.
weirdly, the entire NHL is like every team is almost 500. So they have as many wins as losses, which is
Oh.
crazy.
Yeah, that is kind of yeah, we're 6th.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Western's pretty tough. Though. I
Fifth.
mean, you
So
got
there you go. The Oilers are in 5th place.
yeah, you got some very tough teams in the West. So
Yes. Apparently we do. So yeah, it's fun in the hockey time. I don't I have not been paying attention to that at all. I have been hooked right into watching another show now. It's funny when there's, not really a whole lot else that you can do. You end up watching an awful lot of TV.
Tell me about it. I think I've seen every free movie on YouTube Films for the last 7 months. So
I've got a friend who drops me the occasional link for an old movie on Rumble. And then I've got another buddy on Rumble exclusively does a almost, I think it's nightly streaming of old movies. He was doing Halloween themed movies every night of the week for all of October. I say that I should actually find his thing so that I can. Oh, I'd have to open up. Oof. Yeah.
Don't open up too much stuff. You might blow up your computer.
Yeah, my PC kind of crashed just before I was supposed to go live, and I got everything back up and going just in time for it to hit 0 and say go live. It it's not like the PC itself crashes. It's up and running, but either the browser, everything freezes there, or more often than not, it knocks itself. It says it doesn't have internet, even though it's hardwired to the darn thing. So I know I keep bitching about it and I need to get it fixed, but it's very, very expensive to use a cab to get anywhere in this town. So I will do it.
Saying though, I have a friend that's in IT. Yeah. I can have him remote.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm afraid I would rather take it to the people that sold it to me, so that if anything fucks up, it's on them and they have to. I don't know. I don't know enough about PCs to know anything, right? So
I used to way back in the day.
I remember when I was a child, well, not a child, but when I was in school, they taught us DOS and they taught us C++. So I had the basics of programming, but then I went into junior high and ended up being in learning assistance. So I get, oh gosh, the fruit flies are driving me batty. Sorry. Yeah, so learning assistance meant I didn't get to take what was still called keyboarding back then, or cooking, or sewing, or woodworking, or any of the fun stuff. Um, so yeah, I stopped at C++, and I know nothing.
Yeah, I did when I was in elementary school, we had the, original apples.
Mhm.
Well, I forget what
The
number it
Mac,
is.
the
Yeah.
big, yeah, with the green and black screen.
Yep. I played
Mhm.
Oregon Trail on that thing so many times.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
and that's the only thing I ever did on a computer when I was in elementary school. And
Oh,
then
we learned how to program. We learned how to turn our mouse, like our cursor on the screen, into whatever we wanted. First off, we were taught the shorthand trick to turn the cursor into a turtle, and then from there we were taught how to make the cursor into whatever we designed. It was really cool. Had a lot of fun with that.
yeah, nothing like that. I went from
Yeah.
that to junior high. This is the next time I touched a computer, and then we were doing Laserdisc, and I played golf on a Laserdisc computer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then high school is when where I learned to type, and I could back in high school, I could type about 220 words a minute when I was really getting into it because I don't need to look at the keyboard to type. So,
Oh, okay.
well, I
Okay.
do now because I can't feel the homing keys.
You don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but before this MS crap, I could write you a novel in like an hour. So,
Yeah. I don't know. My mom was always a fast typer. Me, not so much. I'm a hunt and pecker. Oops, oops. And then I occasionally, yeah, without meaning to, I hit buttons. But no, I'm a hunt and pecker. Yeah, I'm not a proper typer, and I usually have to watch what I'm doing. Like I said, I got dragged out of keyboarding after 2 weeks and thrown into learning assistance, and I never got any more training on computer keyboards or anything. So
yeah. Like I wrote my first 5 papers that I wrote in junior high and high school were written on my mom's, typewriter.
I actually have a paper that I handed in grade 12 that was typed out on my mom's electric typewriter.
Yep, same
Yeah.
with mine, and I have the old school where you have to actually hit the reamer to bring it back to home as well.
Oh, okay. No, mom had a fancy electric typewriter. She had an older typewriter. She did a lot of that sort of stuff, typing and stuff for jobs, but
Yep,
she got a fancy electric typewriter by the time I was in grade 12, and it was super cool.
same here. That's what my mom had to still do,
Yeah.
but that's what she wrote all of her college course,
Okay.
papers with,
Okay.
so
Yeah. I don't know I can't remember what. I'm assuming it had to have been for jobs or something that mom needed the typewriters. I don't even know. I was a kid. I wasn't paying too much attention.
all I know is I destroyed a couple ribbons, when I was younger, uh,
Yeah.
wrapped
Yeah.
myself with them, I think I was like 2 or something like that, and
Oh.
I had the toner ink all over me,
Oh no.
and
Oh.
my mom was very upset because she had just bought them and they weren't cheap back then, so
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Well, my mom or my grandma rather worked at Salvation Army in the thrift store, so they had like a whole section of typewriters, and we used to go and play after school. My brother and I would go and play in there while we waited for mom to come and pick us up. And yeah, we would just like bang away on all the typewriters and stuff. It was so cool to play with those things, and it's interesting to realize that they're getting to be non-existent. Like they're very few and far between where they used to be. You used to be able to find typewriters everywhere.
well,
It's
it's like, record players, right? The 80 millimeters and
yeah,
72s and all that crap.
yeah.
My mom wanted one, so I went and, we had the old school ones that were my dad built an like,
Okay.
an audio cabinet and speakers and everything, and the speakers are
Oh,
still
okay.
great, um,
Mhm.
but the turntable is you can't hook it up to anything because the hookups don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
I ended up buying her one that has the proper needle and all that stuff, and the glass needles and all that. And my brother bought her like 6 or 7 replacement needles, and
Nice.
if it ever breaks, and
Yeah.
I spent an entire Christmas day trying to get that thing to actually work. So
Yeah, I've got a really cool, it's oh, now I've lost the brand name offhand. But it's a lovely huge piece of wooden furniture, high gloss finished wooden furniture. And it's one long big piece, but it opens in 3 different sections. It's got the turntable in the center. It's got the cassette player on one side and the 8-track on the other side. But they all,
Okay.
they've got they're all hidden underneath the what looks like the top piece
Yeah, a
of the lid.
stereo
It's
cabinet.
beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous, and it's sitting in a friend's hallway. It's been sitting there for a very long time. I can't find anyone to fix it. I can find people who want to sell it or buy it from me for stupid cheap, for like nothing, so that they can fix it and sell it for lots and lots of money. I'm
Yeah.
I'm trying really hard to find someone who knows what they're doing, who'd be willing to do the work for a decent price, and I'd maybe cut them in on some of the sales of it. Because if I can get all 3 of those pieces to work, this thing is in mint condition. The cabinet itself is beautiful. It's in mint condition. I even have the paperwork, like the owner's manual and stuff for it.
Okay.
I just need to be sure. I don't know how to test if the 8-track works. The cassette tape thing doesn't seem to work. So I'm assuming that the record won't work either. It just needs, but it's easy electrical stuff, right? Like it's fairly simple. This is old tech. It's not, all
No.
computer
'Cause that
programming. It should be relatively easy to get it going again. I just need to find someone who's willing to.
Maybe it just depends on what's wrong with the board, if it's the board. So, like, the technology for computer boards and everything has not changed since they've been invented. So, you still solder to your computer electronic board is a mixture. Like, on PCs, it's a copper board. It's literally a
Yeah.
copper plate. It's got holes in it, and then it's got lines cut into it for its electrical signals.
Right.
And then same thing in a cassette player or a CD player from way back in the way. It's just either they have a fiber board that they put aluminum on, or they have even older is copper. So you just got to be careful because you can seriously screw up the electronics if you mess with the boards too much. So
Yeah. Well, and again, that's what I haven't been able to find anyone who wants to repair it for me. They all want to just take it off my hands as is.
yeah,
But
it's usually
I
the
wouldn't,
easier way to do it.
yeah. I really wish I could. I wish I knew how to do that sort of thing. That
Well, if
would
I
be
had
lovely, because it could be worth a small fortune, or at least my idea of a small fortune.
Yeah. I mean, if I had the vision and the eyesight to do it, I would try for you, but
Yeah. Well, and
it's
that's the other thing too, eh? Yeah. Yeah. I'm way over here. I do have some friends that I could potentially have asked help with, but they all live on the coast, so it's
well, I'd just make a day, I'd make a week of it or 2 weeks of it, actually. I'd get on a train, and I'd go visit my cousin in Washington, and then, just get him or his son in the car and go up and visit you and put it in the truck and bring it back to Washington, and then mess with it, and if I was able to fix it, I'd take it back to you and be done.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, it's
unless my
really
cousin
nice.
gets his airplane, then I'll fly up to you.
Well, that's it. Yeah, Johnny says his brother was in the Air Force, and he's like a flight instructor now.
Okay.
So worst case scenario, he knows someone that can like hop over with the helicopter and pick me up.
Nice. I
Worst
don't trust
case
helicopters,
scenario.
but yeah, my cousin used Paul Allen, the co-founder of Microsoft.
Mm.
My cousin used to work for him before he died, and
Oh,
then
cool.
worked for his wife after he died, or sister after he died.
Oh,
And
wow.
then that company is, or that, what is it? Paul Allen Enterprises is the name of the company, and they're full of shit nowadays. So he's like, I'm done. And he quit and got another job. But because it's Seattle, there's so many like tech companies out there
Yeah.
that if
Yeah.
you're an airplane mechanic, they'll hire you on the spot if you have all the certifications and licensing. And he's got
Right.
every single one you can get for Gulfstream. So
Wow. That's nice.
yeah.
Hi, Penn. How you doing, Bishop? Then there is Alan. Hello. I know the time difference. I wanted to make sure I said hello before it was too late. Because you may be going to bed, I think. Or else, no, you might just be getting up. I think you're just waking up, Alan. Correct me if I'm wrong, but hello. And Mr. Q is here. He, Nikki, and Misty Gray are hanging out and listening. Good to see you and hear from you. And Mr. Q also says he's cut off and smashed too many fingers to type it all. So there you go. Yeah, you've gotten probably little to no feeling on your fingers as well, eh?
Yeah, and the last time I smacked anything on and hurt my hand was working on my Wrangler.
Yeah.
Freaking drain plug got rounded off at the dealership, so I had to replace it. And the damn thing, I put the half-inch wrench on it and then proceeded to punch the hot ass exhaust with my hand
Oof.
because it slipped. I was like, oh, that feels great. Bleeding all over the place.
And burned.
Thankfully, it didn't get burned, but it still hurt like hell to punch a damn cast iron exhaust. So
Fair enough.
yeah.
Yeah, I accidentally leaned a calf up against the hot exhaust of my stepdad's motorcycle. It was very, very brief, but yeah, that thing hurt like a bitch.
More than enough on a motorcycle to burn you.
Yeah. Yeah, it got
3rd-degree
me.
burns in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Q saying he cut off his thumb and pinky on the left hand. Luckily, he got them reattached, and they kind of work, and then smashed his ring finger on his right hand with a wood splitter. Ooh, yeah. Luckily, the fingernail did regrow on that one. Oof. Yeah. My little brother smashed a toe. I think it's like his middle toe on a foot in a caravan sliding door when he was little. Yeah. And so the nail grew wrong from there on out. Hello, Brian. How you doing?
Hello. I'm better now.
Good. So not leaking?
No, we're good. And it looks like
Good.
it didn't do too much damage either, because catastrophic resin printing failures suck.
Not fun, eh? Yeah.
But now I'm having problems with my software where I can't resend the model, apparently. That's fine.
Oh. Well, you know what? If you guys are both avataring it, I'm going to avatar it too, because I hurt like a bitch. And this way I can be slightly more comfortable. And I can, at the very least, I can smoke.
I'd turn the avatar. I'd actually just uncover the camera here, but I don't really feel like anybody seeing me right now.
Yeah, I've been on camera since 11 a.m. my time. Hello, Peggy. How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I've been on all day long. Mondays and Thursdays are kind of tough because I only have like an hour and a half break. And yeah, anyone who wants to say that it's easy to do this stuff, um, it might be easy. It's not for me though. Might be easy for some people, but it's not for me. It takes an awful lot out of me to be on and on screen all day long, 3 days a week, or 2.5. It's yeah, it's insane. It doesn't look very hard, but it actually is kind of hard. Hello, asshole. How you doing? You got jet fuel? Lucky. Oh, okay. Yeah, read from the right direction. Sup, digger. I just rolled a big blunt. I got jet fuel. That makes a lot more sense then. Nice. I'm a hurting unit. So I've turned off my camera and I am about to do a dab of peanut butter breath. And it's not bad. It is no Alaskan thunderfuck, but it's not bad. So there you go.
What the hell is
Fucking
up with all
sorry.
these names?
I honestly, I don't know. I think it's because it's stoners naming them, so you might as well have fun, right? You're stoned when you're naming these things. And then you've got the breeds that are crossed with other types, and like I think there was something breath was the original. And then there's peanut butter cookies was a strain. So this peanut butter breath is the connector of the two. It's yeah. For a while, everything that anyone had was Kush, was something Kush, because Kush was like the hot new name, even though Kush is one of the main original strains of marijuana. So there's always been Kush out there, but I think it was like the late 90s, early 2000s. Everyone and their dog had Kush something. I'm air quoting, because it was allegedly the new thing. Yeah. But I think
Yes, I
mostly,
got it
yeah,
to work
it's
without having to
stoners.
reset my computer. I like stoners.
Yeah.
Eh.
My next
Y'all
door
are
neighbor
cool, though.
has a strain called Mind Eraser, so I don't.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Well, I'm in BC, and coming up, we had the original BC bud, or sorry, we had the original chemo bud, chemotherapy, hospital grade chemotherapy bud, and we were able to get it on the side because friends with the grower, and that stuff was awesome. That stuff really, when you didn't want to feel any pain, you smoked some chemo bud and it just knocked you on your buttocks.
So, like,
That stuff was fun. Hi,
when are they
Waz.
gonna make hypoallergenic weed?
Hypoallergenic weed. How do you do that?
I don't know. I don't think you can because I'm allergic to the
That's
THC.
what I was gonna say. Oh, okay. I misheard you. I thought you said they were making.
No, I said I
Hypo.
hope they would make it.
Oh, okay. Oh man. Well, I'm just gonna do this dab, so please talk while I cough.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I finally, if you hear beeping, my bad. But I finally can start my print up again after my catastrophic mistake. Because apparently, if you don't clean out your vat before of a failed print before you start trying to print again, you have a good chance of breaking shit. Who would have thought? You know?
Yeah, that an overflow thing would overflow if you don't empty it. Great.
Well, it's not the fact that it overflows. It's just that I'm basically trying to shove 6 millimeters of cured resin into a 1 millimeter high space.
I see.
If I go just by like initial layer heights type of thing, of which it did not do that. It was smart enough, I think, to stop pushing. So
Gotcha.
when I looked, because I can actually monitor this through my phone. If I monitor through my phone, I can actually turn on my camera now after I'm done getting up.
All right.
After I or it goes down, it presses, and then it goes back up. I monitored monitored it, holy fuck, through my phone at work. I was like, it didn't print anything. This is good. It didn't try. So I was looking at an empty plate and I'm like, thank God.
Hello, Max. How you doing?
Max
Hey,
Murrah.
Good
Oh,
to see you.
what's up, man?
How's it going, Max?
Oh, is my mic on? Good. Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
You're there.
Whew.
How you doing?
All right.
Yeah.
It's almost Thanksgiving. Holy shit.
It is. Do you
Uh,
celebrate Thanksgiving
late.
in Japan?
Oh, my friends do. They're
Ah.
American, so we're
Okay.
gonna. But Japanese don't celebrate Thanksgiving. No. Generally, yeah.
The South Koreans do weird. They do KFC for dinner for Christmas. Do
Oh.
you guys do anything weird like that?
For Christmas? Oh, the KFC for Christmas it started in Japan. Yeah.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Weird.
Okay.
Yeah, they dress Colonel Sanders up as Santa.
Yeah.
Is this like how a lot of Americans get Chinese food on Christmas because that's the only place that's open?
The Jehovah's Witnesses, yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
Hi,
Yeah, there's-
Squabby. How you doing? Hello, Dazzler Love. How you doing?
What's going on with my sound? Oh, here, I know. I'll fix it.
Yeah, the Jehovah's
Equalizer.
Witness family across the street, they get, for Christmas, it's like 30 cars that show up. They have a huge family, and they get a crap ton of Chinese food. So
Cool.
Oh. Are they
That's
gypsies?
cool.
Because then you can watch them fight when they get after they get drunk. I've seen that on video. It's true. Yeah.
I've
It's
never
true,
seen them
I've
get drunk, but
If you didn't have gypsies, you wouldn't have country fairs with all that,
that is true.
gross food. Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
What are we
had
gonna do when the gypsies
two experiences with gypsies.
retire? Yeah.
I've never met a gypsy. I
I
don't
did.
know. There's really nowhere further to go once you get to where I'm at. Like there's just ocean. So yeah, I don't think there are a whole lot of gypsies here.
I met a guy I didn't know was a gypsy, and you wouldn't. He was British. He was from Derby in the UK.
Mhm.
He went to Cambridge. He went to Jesus. Where did he go? He went to Jesus College at Cambridge.
Okay.
And he's old now, but back in the 80s, he was captain of the English rugby team for colleges, for maybe Cambridge or whatever.
Oh, cool.
I actually found a video of him playing. But he actually said, ironically, his lineage is from gypsies. I mean,
Very interesting.
he doesn't look swarthy or nothing. I mean, he has dark hair. He's very handsome. And you would see, based on, I just kind of dropped all his background, he would be the quintessential Englishman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cambridge,
Interesting.
all that, rugby, yeah. But yeah, he goes, yeah, he said it's funny when people talk about pedigree and all that shit, because it doesn't mean that when he gets together for British Thanksgiving, if they have it, that they have gypsy fights and gypsy weddings and things like that. I think, that was.
Dazzler wants to know, have you watched him play rugby?
There's a video when England came and played against Waseda University rugby, and it was like somebody found a video of him, and I said yes. So, and actually, when I was in my 20s, and I was on a foreign rugby team. It was these guys. They're mostly Kiwis, but they brought that guy on as a ringer, and I thought, holy shit, this guy is like he's really good. And we played against Japanese company teams like Mitsubishi. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Anyways,
I've never met a gypsy. Johnny's a Slavic person, isn't he? I thought he said Polish or some such. 1% Japanese is the thing that I remember because he was so happy about it. But apparently his mom's adopted, same as mine, and apparently she did a 23andMe, and she's got 1% Japanese. And
that's what my grandpa Hirohito was doing.
Yeah.
Playing around.
Yeah.
Y'all
But
know
yeah,
about that whole thing, right? With the 23andMe, they literally are just sprinkling random shit into the white people's stuff to combat racism.
What?
Yeah,
a little bit of sprinkles never hurt nobody.
Yeah, my mom got
Elizabeth
1%
Warren didn't
banned
get
too
any- hey,
African.
Elizabeth Warren didn't get
Wow.
enough sprinkles.
Yeah, no, she didn't know.
No.
She could have used a little bit more.
No, they were putting a lot of Hasidic Jew into people's stuff too
Oh,
Oh.
interesting. Interesting.
to combat racisms.
There was
Yes.
at least one white
Oh, good.
supremacist up in the Northwest who committed suicide because you got a 3% number or a 5% number of ask a Nazi Jew, and they were hoping initially there's a Nazi in that name, so might
No, they
It's
just
gotta
salt
be bad,
bathed
right?
some of the they salt bathed some of that anti-racist into them.
But what you really do to punish them is you put in Sephardic Jew. I said, oh, that's the Jewish tribe that wasn't blessed with super high IQs, apparently. Yeah.
The Tard Jew.
Sorry, you lose.
Yeah.
You lose.
Sicilian Jews.
Oh, that one.
That was
True
that's one of
Romance,
my favorite movies.
You know what Sicilians are? Sicilians are ninjas.
Oh my
Uh-huh.
god, I love that movie.
Yo, as a person who's like 20% Sicilian, you need to watch your damn mouth.
How can you be 20% Sicilian when you're 100% Puerto Rican?
The Sicilian part of you needs to blow my brains out. That's Dennis Hopper. Remember Dennis
Yes.
Hopper?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
blow
True
something into your
Romance.
brains, and it ain't gonna be a bullet.
Yeah,
That
no,
was
that's
great. That was great.
Yeah, True Romances. I have a thing for Christian Slater. I have always loved his movies. I really enjoy his roles that he takes, and True Romance is probably one of my top 3 favorite movies
Christian
of all
Slater.
time.
Patrick
Yeah.
Bateman and Christian Slater. I mix the two up sometimes in my head. I don't know
They're the same
why.
person. It's fine.
They are.
They're
No,
not. but
no,
they're-
not
they're
at all.
close.
Not at all.
One's
For a
about 20
while, I
years older than the
mixed
other.
up Kevin Bacon and Christian Slater when I was younger.
Oh.
But then I got old enough that I started to like boys, and then I could tell the difference.
Oh, you liked girls before that? That's crazy.
No, I didn't like anyone. I was, when you're younger and you don't care about boys or girls before
Oh,
you
shit, I don't remember that
have-
time.
before you hit puberty and you go, oh, wait a minute.
Wait, there was a
I
time
think I
before
always
puberty.
liked girls.
Yeah, there's a time before puberty. Yeah. Or at least there is over here in Canada. We're totally innocent until probably
you know-
grade 4 or 5. I moved to the coast in grade 4, and that's when I was told that I'm supposed to like boys.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was
Late
in
bloomer,
grade
huh?
5
It was-
when you
it was
started
that-
orgies.
It was the last stanza of American Pie. The three
Wait, what
men
the
I
fuck did you
admired
say,
most,
AP?
they took the last train for
For the coast.
coast.
Yeah.
I said so. It was in
glossed over.
grade 5 when you
Father,
started
Son,
the
and
orgies.
No,
Skirted
no.
orgies. That's okay. I thought that's what you said.
No. Jeez. One orgy, one time. It was New Year's 2000, and the world was supposed to end. So come on. We were higher than kites and drunk to boot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hey, there's supposed to be another world-ending event in 2026, and apparently you're going to be in the United States.
In
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
the
2026, I thought it was
volcano.
2029. What's going
I'm
on
just
in
bullshitting you.
2026?
I'm just trying to make an excuse for another orgy. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Okay,
Thank you, thank you.
okay.
This is a
PJ,
practice orgy.
It's a practice for the actual
PJ,
doomsday. Yeah.
The world is ending.
Yes.
That's. Oh.
See, I'm still kind of, I would
I
say
didn't know the
reeling, but I'm
Polish
not reeling.
people were gypsy, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
but I also don't need a 23andMe to figure out my heritage.
You
Oh.
Are you
lucky son of a whore.
I
have no
know,
idea.
I know my lineage on both
lucky.
sides. So
Oh, real lucky.
Right? Right?
You're both what?
my dad's side and my mom's side, I know where, the amount of German or French or Scottish or Irish or, Native American, all that stuff. I know it on both sides. So
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
okay.
My mom was adopted. So I know my dad's side, haven't the slightest about my mom's, although I know like her adoptive family's history. Um, but yeah, no, I have no idea what we've got from mom's side. I just
Yeah,
know that
no.
we're Norse. We're from Norway. We stopped in France briefly and then landed somewhere in the States. Did another brief stop in Atlanta, and then came over through Canada and stopped at BC because it kind of ended.
You went from Atlanta to BC?
Well, yeah, over.
That's a big leap.
Well, these are pioneer families, dude. This is before these places were actually developed. So yeah, they were.
No, I'm just
They
saying
didn't
it.
go straight from Atlanta to BC. They had to,
Oh.
pioneer there.
'Cause
You know,
the
Moxie Dame, Jess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, back last October or something. When was it? I think it was last October. I was on a stream with Jeff, Legal Vices,
Mm.
and she explained how her grandmother was white, but had an affair with a Korean guy up in Chicago.
Oh,
Oh.
great. Bring me into this.
And so she grew, she kind of, so her grandmother was half, her mother was, I guess, half Asian, right?
Okay. Interesting.
But she always wanted to know, and is this right? Her grandmother, so that would have been in the 1930s or something like that.
Okay.
And there were very few Koreans up in Chicago.
Correct.
And so when I was listening, I said, several years ago, there was this guy who contacted my friend Robert Whiting, the author,
Mhm.
and he was researching a guy named Jason Lee. I think this was.
Okay.
And he was a Korean, and he did work with a guy named Al Pacino. No, not Al Pacino.
Al
Holy shit.
Capone?
Capone,
Al
yeah.
Capone. Yeah.
Yeah, my great uncle had actually worked for him.
Yeah. So this
Cool.
guy,
Called him
I-
Stub Thumb. 'cause he
I
had a
tracked
stub for a
him
thumb.
down. and I don't know if she ended up following up, because this guy went between, he actually set up he was a Korean American gangster from Chicago. He was born in Korea, but he also did mobster stuff in Japan. Like, he ran the Trade Winds, and it was a bar. They had gambling and prostitution and everything.
Mm.
And at one point, he brought in jazz acts from the U.S., like strippers
Okay.
from the Philippines and everything. And he even lived in Tokyo with his wife. He had a Korean wife and daughter and son. And so he was working with Yakuza and everything. And I didn't realize it, but he even had a gambling operation in the Masonic building near Tokyo Tower.
Oh, interesting.
And so in 1956, this guy went to Monaco, and he got arrested because he was using loaded dice
Oh, okay.
at
Yeah.
the Monte Carlo casino. So he was found guilty and fined $100,000, and then he was released by special order of Prince Rainier.
Oh,
In
Rainier.
honor of
Yeah.
his wedding to Grace Kelly.
To Grace
right?
Kelly. Yeah.
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 So this guy, the same Yakuza, Lee, he got shot several times in Japan, but he always managed to recover. So we even knew the doctor, a white Russian named Eugene Atkinsov. He died, but
No,
he had a
really?
clinic in Roppongi.
He had a what?
He had a medical clinic. There's this white
Oh.
Russian named Eugene Atkinsov,
Yeah.
and he had the international clinic in Roppongi, and like he
Roppongi,
treated John
okay.
Wayne, Michael Jackson when they visited Japan and shit.
Interesting.
So, anyways, when I tracked him down, and I think he died of heart disease at a vet in California, either Southern California or Northern California in 1971. So
Mm.
he has 3 daughters. He has a son, Jason Lee Jr., and 2 ex-wives.
Okay.
I mean, I really did I really did a deep dive on this. Got his picture and everything. And I got his original name is Men Sik Lee Yi.
Okay.
So
Wasn't
I don't know if she actually tracked them down. I mean, I know a couple cases where people have traced down their lineage, and then usually the thing is you see this, they go, the family doesn't want to be contacted or whatever. But I've had also positive ones. Where there was a case where the guy's now in his 80s. He's a Singaporean Chinese businessman. He's now retired,
Mm.
but this is back 10 years ago. Until he was in his 70s back then, and he was explaining to a friend who was now in his 80s, and he said, when he was 42 years old, his mother was dying, and his mother had said, you know how I always told you that your dad was, a Singaporean Chinese and he was killed by the Japs? Yeah, but that's a lie. Your father was a Japanese, and he was a member of the Imperial Japanese, not the army, but of the home office.
Oh, jeez.
And so he said his mother was dying, but he was sick for a whole week. The thought of him being half-blooded Japanese,
Hmm.
But then he got over it. And then he had these 2 sons, Andrew and another kid. They were 11 or 12. And he gathered the kids one day and he goes, we're going to tell you his family secret. And your grandfather was actually Japanese. And he expected the kids to go, oh no, oh shit, we're going to get bullied at school,
Yeah.
Instead, they got up and they were running around and playing. And they go, all right, we're ninjas. We're samurai. So then 10 years ago, he asked a friend of mine, he said, I have everything I wanted in life. I have a new girlfriend. I have a divorce, girlfriend,
Yeah.
kids growing up. He has a company, he does really well.
Mhm.
He just would like to track down that missing grandfather.
Yeah.
He
that's
only
cool.
had the phonetic knowledge of the name O'Hara.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, my mom's adopted, so we haven't got the slightest. She was born in New Westminster. That's it. That's all.
Oh, I think I
Um,
her, dude.
her-
I'm adopted. My birth mom's adopted.
That's
My dad's gone because he's black.
so what happened was he asked his friend. This guy is a company president. He called his contacts at the Ministry of Health and Welfare, and they said no. So then his secretary, previously, she had told him that I worked for the CIA, and that's how I got paid to check out an animal vaccine lab in Vietnam once. I think I don't know if I told this story. Anyways, I worked with a Fuji TV producer, and they do these sort of things. And
oh, neat.
so we came
Okay.
back, and it'll take about $80,000, like research and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it turned into a program. It was one of the best programs that they had.
Oh, cool.
And we found the family, and then initially, the kids, it turned out that the guy had passed away in the 90s, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But the guy's widow was still alive, and she was kind of, but the I guess his half brothers.
Mm-hmm.
First, they were freaked out, like, why are we being contacted? Like, maybe
What? Yeah.
they're Chinese, maybe they want money and shit like this. But it turned out to be cool. And they were really successful in their own right. They were executives of a publicly traded company and everything.
Okay.
And so there's a big reunion and everything. And we did the program.
Well, that's cool.
And then he wrote a book. I haven't read it. It goes, like Darth Vader, me, Vader,
Yeah.
searching for Kazuo O'Hara.
Oh, neat.
And then, so he now says his name is John Ho, and then he uses O'Hara. Yeah.
Cool. That's very
I think
cool.
I'm in here.
So where do you know where in your family lineage your mom originally came from, Digger, or no?
New Westminster. That's all we know.
That's all you know.
Yeah, she was born in New Westminster. So yeah. Now a lot of women, unmarried, pregnant girls ended up in New Westminster adopting out their babies. So
Mhm.
I have no idea. All mom was told was that her dad had a beautiful singing voice. And I can't remember. There was something about her mom, but there wasn't, there was no medical information. There was no history or anything. Just, her dad had a beautiful singing voice.
Here
Interesting.
it is.
Yeah.
Because I have the experience of like, because back in the day, apparently,
Here it is.
because my birth mom is the same age as you, type of thing.
Yeah.
They wouldn't tell people that they were
Oh,
adopted.
cool. I see
I'm
you
on
in
the
there.
end.
Yeah.
I'm on the end. Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Hey, look, it's Max. Blurry,
Yeah.
but still Max.
Yeah. Buy the book, then you can A-log me.
Oh, dude, I
The
already
amount of
know so much
visual
about
skill
you.
we
You're
have.
really easily A-loggable.
Here
Yeah.
we are.
But yeah, so you're sorry, Brian, you were saying your mom.
No idea where she came from because they just kept that from because
Yeah.
they had like very strict secrecy. I mean, they still kind of do now, where you can
Yeah.
like if your mom doesn't want to be found or your dad doesn't want to be found, they won't be found.
Well, that's kind of it. Mom, she debated on doing like a 23andMe sort of a DNA thing, but I don't think she ever did. But she has no idea. So we could be
Yeah.
anything on that side.
Like my birth mom did like an awesome like 23andMe type of thing. And that came out with a whole bunch because I am in contact with my birth mom.
Okay. Well,
Luckily.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
She was like, yeah, I don't give a shit. You can tell. So like I've known for my entire life that I was adopted type of thing. So same with my brother.
Well, that's cool.
Different parents though, birth
Yeah.
parents. But yeah, no. So the 23andMe came out with like very like historic figures. Apparently, I'm related to some guy who was like a news anchor in Fox News.
Oh, yeah, I remember you're saying that. Yeah.
I was like, oh, there's the Republican in me.
I would laugh. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
I want to
look at
nepotize
that.
myself.
Hello, Danielle. How you doing?
Hello.
Hey,
Oh, hello.
Good to see
Hello.
Did you hear Brian's related to Tucker Carlson?
you. Not Tucker Carlson.
not him.
I don't know who to
Greg
read.
Gutfeld?
That
I'm
would have been
tweeting it
fun.
now.
How you doing, Danielle?
I'm doing pretty good. Had the night off of work, so
Oh,
not
nice.
much going on. Figured I'd hang
Nice.
out with y'all.
Yeah. That's
Oh
awesome.
no, Brian's dead. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
no.
kind of inhaled that beer
Yeah,
when he
I
should have
know.
swallowed.
He'll survive.
How's it going, Max?
Oh,
Pardon
good.
me.
It's not the first one I've inhaled when I should have swallowed.
Fair enough.
Fuck.
Are you okay? I killed Brian.
You did.
Lining Kugel has this awesome. Oh, it's awful because my fucking thing. White mocha stout.
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh, that does sound
Oh.
interesting.
Yeah.
It is delicious.
White chocolate.
It's just it's a seasonal Christmas time flavor.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah, BC Liquor is still on. The union is still on strike, so you still you get what you get, and that's all that you get. It sucks.
Oh,
I
are
thought
people
that
are people making moonshine now? And
I was
doing
gonna
home
say
brewing?
the alcoholics probably would
Pretty
have killed someone
close.
by now.
Pretty close to that point. Yeah, I have a friend who she drinks a specific type of beer, but it got to the point when the town that I live in had run out of that particular drink. She couldn't buy it at any of the liquor stores. It was just out because there's no shipments coming into the stores, or very few. So they actually had to pull the American alcohol out of the back room and put it back on the shelves just so they had something to sell.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, they added $10 to it though. something that would have cost me $30 now costs me $40.
Oh, that's not good.
But when that's all that's on the shelf, that's what you'll take.
Oh, I got another. Oh, I better go to the.
Yes, Dazzer. Brian
Government.
normally swallows.
You know, so I'm looking at the booze stocks. Like they have this alcoholic beverages index for
Okay.
like stocks that trade
Trade in
They're-
booze.
large, mid, and small cap. In alcoholic beverages. So
Okay.
since 2021, since COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, during COVID, it just shot up. But then after COVID finished, it just went down 60% since 2021. It's just going downward.
Well,
So,
yeah,
okay.
because everybody became alcoholics during COVID. Hell, even I did.
Yeah. But the whole global alcoholic drinks market is decelerating after
It's
next
down.
year. So when
Yeah.
you said something bad was going to happen in 2026, yeah, that's going to be the global alcoholic drink market.
Okay.
And so and also I guess the EPA is this for clean water? Oh, for the clean water ETF. Okay, so for clean water, the I don't know if the EPA is accurate on this. They said they're going to need more than 800 billion over the next 20 years to modernize and replace aging infrastructure for water. Flint, Michigan.
Interesting.
Fucking
Yeah.
wow.
See, the town that I live in is really great. They have a surplus. And what they do with the surplus of money is they actually fix the infrastructure of the city. So it was a 10-year project. They're nearing completion now. They redid all the sewage and all the water lines throughout town. They started in the center and worked their way out a couple summers ago now. I had
What they could do
issues
if they have
because of
extra
it,
money,
but
there's a bar in Los Angeles. I don't know if it's still there, but they rigged it so they have old fashioned like whiskey, bitters, sugar,
yeah.
mix on tap. On tap.
No,
Oh, it sounds so great. I want that in my house. I mean,
Yeah.
no, alcohol is bad. Don't drink it.
come on, Brian.
Alcohol.
Sorry, I'm letting it seep out a little. Danielle, why is your hair waving?
My hair is waving?
Danielle.
Oh,
Danielle.
it's my fan. Can you hear
Oh,
it?
no, I can't. I see your
Okay.
hair going like this.
Yeah, you.
No, it's shakes. The mention of alcohol gave her the shakes.
Yeah.
It's just blowing it on me. Like usually people can hear the fan and they're like, "Shut that
Yeah.
off." So,
No, I can't hear it.
Can't hear it at
but-
all.
yeah.
Oh, that's good
Man, the
because I
sound
need it.
limiter in
It's
the
Florida,
studio
so
is
I'm like, I take all the AC and fans I can get.
Yeah.
It was
Even in
cold
the winter,
last
it's still
week.
pretty warm, right?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Last week we had 2 days of a cold front, and it was wonderful because I love the cold.
How
And
many
then
iguanas?
Look, I got
no iguanas.
car.
I've never in my life since I've lived in Florida have seen an iguana.
Never seen that happen. The drop iguana.
Never. Mm-mm. No, I hear about it. People tell me to watch out for them, but
Yeah. I only just recently learned about the drop iguanas.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, pretty funny.
That's funny.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Wild is saying, I got you all beat. On my father's side is Russian military who fell when the Tsar was murdered by the Bolsheviks.
Nicholas.
Wow. That's cool. That's cool
No.
having that kind of knowledge about your history.
That's some lineage right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool.
I would tell you the lineage on my dad's side, but then you'd know my last name.
Ah, Jewish. Understood.
Hitler.
Goldberg.
Nope, not at all.
Goldstein. Sorry.
There's no Judaism in my entire lineage.
Now you're just lying
That's
to
what
me.
oh, well, Hitler does. He's like 1/8. Does that make
Catholicism, because I'm Irish through and through on my mom's side. So
McClary.
Mm,
That's Scottish, ain't it?
Well,
Brian,
name.
Wild is saying
This
you could
guy's
be
name
Sean
is Irish.
Hannity's love
Look.
child.
O'Hara.
No, I was trying to
Could be.
look.
Pretty Irish.
I was trying to find the message like chain I had with my birth mom, and I can't find it. But it was some skinny white dude who's got the same hairstyle as me, but it's all straight and gelled.
Not
Ben
John
Shapiro?
Hannah, because
Fair
he's
No, I said guy, not whatever the fuck Ben Shapiro is. Lizard person? I don't fucking know.
Ben
He's also
Shapiro.
I'm not Jewish.
Yes.
Hmm.
You're
That's
not
what
Lenny
we look at
Kravitz.
Yeah, I just figure there must have been some French royalty in my dad's background when they stopped from Norway coming through France. That's only because we've got the super weak chin, the royal family, the weak chin, not the English with the pronounce, but this one
Who
is
are
very
French.
weak. Yeah, so I think there might, if I'm lucky, there might be some French royalty in there somewhere because of the chin, but otherwise, yeah, no. I just know
you
that
also get that. You also get that kind of that little pixie chin kind of with fetal alcohol syndrome. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
Doesn't
I'm
have the
pretty sure
wide
that
eyes,
wasn't a
though.
thing. And my dad's got the same chin.
oh,
So yeah, I think it's a more of a genetic leaning as opposed to fetal alcohol, but you never know.
no, you don't have it. You would be.
I know I had a friend, Cheese sent out something that was used in the past, face measurements, front on and profile, to see whether or not you were of Jewish descent. And I most
Analogy?
definitely am not. My chin is so weak. It was silly looking at the alleged profile lines versus what I really had. It
Well,
was-
Brian and I, if we were in Europe and you're European, the way they check in Japanese, the word for private part is chin. So
Oh,
you would
Oh.
look, that's a quick way to figure out if you're Jewish or not. You know, I have a friend. He was Norwegian. He was American, but he did high school in Norway. So when he
Okay.
was in high school, he's older. Everyone thought he was Jewish because unless circumcised.
Oh, okay. Whereas, yeah, Western
know.
society, that kind of was the thing for a while, for
Mhm.
most of a generation, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's trivia for all you penis connoisseurs out there.
That's not what I've heard from my hentai, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not very many circumcisions in tentacle porn.
No. Not a
Oh.
whole lot of tentacles in tentacle porn either nowadays.
Can we so yeah, so Mr. Q is saying both my grandparents on my mother's side are German and Austrian POWs from World War One. That's cool. My grandparents, 3 out of my 4 grandparents fought in World War II. My nana was a nurse in England, or fighting alongside in England, and that's how she met my granddad. He was Signal Corps. Sorry. So he brought her home after the war, and then my other grandpa was Air Force for World War II. So hello, Steve Gosney. How you doing?
Hey, Steve.
Hello.
Hey.
That's my buddy. Digger, Gosney will have to tell you about the time me and him got in a mosh pit at the Knocked Loose concert.
Oh, right. You
One
guys
of
were
us
gonna
told
go to
you,
a,
right?
yeah, you guys were gonna go to see a show together. I remember.
Yeah, I met
Yeah.
him and his son there, and
Yeah.
he got me into the mosh pit, and I
Nice.
did it. It was so fun. See?
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
he fully agrees. I have not been in a mosh pit in a very long time.
Yeah, I've never been in one like
yeah.
that. That was at a metal concert.
Oh,
And
those
it
are
was
fun.
intense. It was intense. Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Never
good
been.
memory.
Mhm. Did you want an invite, Steve? I can send you one.
Oh, that'd
Yeah,
be
come.
Yeah, if you've got some time.
that'd be awesome.
Where is?
Come say hello, Steve.
Yeah.
Gosney. That's an English name. Oh, there's some Irish Gosney, but it's based in Suffolk. Yes.
Oh, sure. Okay. Just give me 2 secs here.
Yeah, put it in chat.
Okay.
God, we don't need this place looking like an Omegle chat, all right? We don't need like 6 like Indian
No.
guys trying to jerk.
Yeah.
Hello,
Please.
Jamia Bubs.
Oh, open Bob, show vagine.
Oh, you know what happened? There were there was a Tyler Oliveria. He did the Pooh Festival in India.
Yes.
And then there's another guy I watch. He's a British guy who speaks really good Russian. His name is Bald and Bankrupt. I forget his real name. But he loves going to former Soviet republics, but he went back to India. And you know what was in the chat? I mean, there was a whole bunch of chat, and people kept on saying, "Oh, that's not India, that's Canada."
Could be Farmington Hills, Michigan.
Holy
Really?
Hannah, I just had to make a password for X so that I could access my X. Here we go. Steve. Oops, there we let's
Just post it on Twitter. That's great. Post it on Twitter.
No, it's in a private thing, silly. I'm not that naive.
So I was wrong.
But you're Canadian.
I know.
Not some guy from Fox
Of
News.
course.
Joe
There you
Walsh.
go, Steve. You can check it in. Or you can check your X. It's in
Joe
there.
Walsh.
Joe Walsh, the politician who was originally a Republican and then went independent, then went Democrat.
That's your dad?
No, he's like like a third to fifth uncle.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the guy with the Eagles. You know,
No, not that
Not
one.
that one.
he's
Oh,
like
Joe
77 now, man.
No, this guy I'm talking
Yeah.
about 63.
Oh, okay, that's close enough.
And yeah, Steve says he's
Maserati.
from the Yorkshire area. My nana was South Wales. Speaking of, hello, Steve. How you doing?
Hello.
Hey,
Hey,
Steve.
Steve.
How you
Yeah.
doing?
hey, what's happening? Just touching base, saying hello to friends here.
Nice.
We see. I'm just sort of getting orientated here. Oh, oops, I'm at my shirt. See, I'm relaxed.
The end of the day.
Florida. Oh, he's Florida man. He's gonna take his shirt off soon.
Yeah.
And show off his new prison tats.
No. Well, Danielle invited me, and Danielle is one of my favorite people. And we
Aw.
had a blast when we went to the Knocked Loose concert in
Yeah.
Orlando. And I don't know. I just had the urge to bring Danielle into the mosh pit,
Yeah.
and she was a sport, and it was great. It was funny because my son comes from after we were in the mosh. We just circled a couple times, but you got to do that. Come on, once in your life, it's an experience,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
But my son came out, and they had the wall of death, which is where they go and like this, and they run and they squish,
It's crazy.
Yes.
and then him and his friend got piled into the big ball, the ball pile.
Yeah.
He was all messed up. It was funny.
Oh,
Oh, and
See,
I got
I've done a few metal mosh pits, but they were always smaller venues. For me, the big venues, the big name shows where I was moshing, we were very much more grunge and punk ska sort of thing.
Well,
So,
Steven,
a
actually,
lot
my son
friendlier, I
likes the
feel.
punk. He likes hardcore punk. Which
Does
I'll
he
tell you,
know?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Steve,
You're-
he has
Yeah, the hardcore punk pits are much more violent to me. I think that the punk stuff is, metal is more of circle pits, so
Yeah.
it's a lot more disciplined and kind of right wing. And
Yeah.
I feel that the if you're going to go to metal shows, I mean, metal mosh pits are fun, and I think the punk mosh pits are much more violent.
They are. You got to
Yeah.
tell Steven that Black Flag and the Queers are playing
I'm sorry?
Friday
Cool.
at Mount Dora.
Okay. Well,
And Mount
what
Dora.
was the name of the? I think it was called Narrowhead. He went and saw a band called Narrowhead, and
Mhm.
he says that was a great band. He went and saw them in South Florida here recently.
Oh,
Great
nice.
band. Yeah. Check them out. Narrowhead. I always look. It's neat to have a son who's into music. You've got one, Danielle, and they can
Yeah.
turn you on to new stuff. When you get old, you sort of get like, oh, back in my day. But,
Yeah.
but the young kids, like they know they somehow discover all this new music, and he's turned me on to a lot of good bands, including Knocked Loose.
Yeah.
What? Knocked Loose? I've never
Knocked
heard of any
Loose.
of these groups. You guys are like
That's-
basically speaking
Okay,
gibberish to me.
I assumed that Knocked Loose was like a tour name. Like
No,
it
that's
was
the name of the
multiple
band.
bands. That's a single band called Knocked
Yeah.
Loose. Okay.
Oh, and they're known for their violent mosh pits, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a great band. I really, the singer takes a little getting used to, I gotta say.
He is an
There's a-
acquired. Yeah.
The band that I really love that he's into is called Drain.
Yeah.
That
Drain
band,
was supposed to be at the Knocked Loose concert, weren't they?
they were, but
Yeah.
Knocked Loose had come back. It's a lot of fun. That's all I'm saying. It's fun, and look, you got your Motorhead shirt. Then the
Oh,
original.
yeah.
Motorhead.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I've got those opened in a separate. So I'll go look those two up. Knocked Loose and Drain. Because I don't
Yeah.
have anyone really that can all the young folks in my life are on the coast. So I
Right.
don't get to see them regularly. I don't get to hear about the new bands and
Oh, so I'm
Drain
not
does
a
a
white figure.
Descendants cover that's really good.
okay.
Yeah.
My favorite, of course, I'm a metalhead, not Ginger is going to be in Orlando, I think, pretty like at a time when
Oh,
I
neat.
can't go see them.
Did you hear about the Miss Universe, the Miss Chili?
Yeah, I haven't seen the
Isn't that
video, but-
amazing?
That was awesome.
She's a death metal singer, and she did
Yeah,
I
there was a
send that to you,
debate.
Steve.
We were in a debate on the day stream, the morning stream that I do, as to whether she was actually singing it or not,
Mhm.
or whether she was just voice, mimicking it. But no, that woman was definitely singing it. And
That was her. Yeah,
awesome.
she's
The
Awesome.
Digger,
so
have you
amazing.
seen Ginger?
Yes. I
Okay.
checked them out when you first started mentioning them with Vices. I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
They've got a really awesome.
Their
lead
singer,
vocalist.
people
She's-
can't believe their singer that person is singing without
Is-
effects.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
different because she has this beautiful, sort of innocent, angelic female voice. And then she goes into those guttural things and she'll flip back and forth. She's a real innovator. And she's the first one where I actually tuned into that kind of death metal grunge vocal. Because
Okay,
I like old school metal, like Rob Halford from Judas Priest, who's got great high vocals, and it's where I never really got into the but
Yeah.
Ginger was the one that turned me on to that, and I was able. Now I can listen to that and appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah.
Here it
Yeah.
is.
No, this the woman, the winner from Chile. Was it Chile?
Mhm.
Yeah. She was really good. I was very impressed. And to see that kind of a singer, that kind of a talent come in first place Miss Universe, that's pretty amazing. The world
amazing.
has changed quite a bit.
Well, what do you think about the Miss Universe contests and stuff, and these beauty contests? Because I think the world is kind of starved for beauty. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like we've been through this time where it's like, let's see how ugly we can be, and I know
Yeah.
that's right. I mean, what am I picking up on, Max? You're coming at it from a different world, right? You're in Japan, right, Max?
Yeah, I'm in Tokyo. The
And
Miss
I think
Universe
Japan,
pageant,
but don't you
when it
think
was owned by
Japan is
Trump,
kind of? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it used to be owned. The Miss Universe pageant in Japan used to be owned by Trump, I think. Donald Trump. And
I think so.
this is back like 20 years ago. And he hired a guy I know, his ex-wife, a French woman named Ines Legrand. And so Ines took over as the director. And this is interesting. One of the things she did was the reason why Miss Japan Universe Japan wasn't placing in the Miss Universe contest was because of racism. No, I'm kidding. It was because she said this international standard of beauty and grace, it wasn't this kawaii kind of thing.
Mhm.
And so she would, if you joined as a contestant, she would, it was like boot camp. You would strip down to your
Western?
underwear, and she would teach them how to walk, because you have these Japanese girls and they'd be walking pigeon-toed and like that.
Yeah.
And she would just break them down, just like boot camp, and how to walk properly and everything else. And that's when Miss Japan started placing,
Okay.
consistently. Now, the funny thing was her ex-husband, he is a friend of mine, Ken, and he would, people would always say, "Oh man, can I come over?" Like, because you would have Miss Universe contestants over at their big place in Tokyo. And he would say, just like middle finger off, you know what it's like when if you're a dude and you're living in a house with all these women who walk around in their underwear and everything. You think that it's heaven. It's not. And they're messy. And it just gives you, maybe that's why they divorced. I don't know. But but it was kind of funny. But
Well,
it
must
was
be pretty great to be a guest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ken would say F, and it was kind of interesting because if you didn't have Ines Legrand, this blonde French woman, she had a lot of presence. The Japan probably would have, the whole thing of what people who like anime and kawaii cute stuff, that doesn't work in international beauty contests. And
Well, it's just interesting because like this Sydney Sweeney is a big thing, the blonde girl who did the jeans commercial.
Yeah.
And and I had talked about this. It's sort of and I always look at things very intellectually. It's kind of odd, but beauty is an interesting concept. And I was talking to John C. Wright, who was the author who I had on a couple times.
Yeah.
And who's a very strong Catholic and married guy. He's got children and all, but we had this discussion because classically, I'm talking about in the Renaissance and this sort of, there was a lot of philosophy, a lot of thinking that went into trying to understand what beauty is. And I think it's an interesting topic. And John C. Wright, and I'm puzzled by it. And I don't have a good handle on it. That's why I'm bringing it up to the panel and get your insights. But his insight was that it's objectively real. There's something real about beauty. And we can say feminine beauty, but we can also put it in art or a building or something like that, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be that, but the feminine beauty, let's use that as an example. And his insight is that it's godliness. It's an insight into something greater, something, a moral order that is beyond what our normal mortal conception can conceive or control, right? And so to bow to the idea that there is a bell curve and there is a beauty that is out there that we can all recognize is almost an insight into the divine. And that's why the left is so hostile to concepts of beauty, because they don't want to have that judgment that is is deified, right? That is from God or from something higher, that's something outside of humanity, that's outside of our control, that the judgment comes down and says, this is beauty and this is not, and we don't have control and we're being judged. And that's a judge from on high. I thought that was kind of, I mean, I don't know. I'm still working through this puzzle.
You can see it in architecture through the generations. And we used to have these beautiful ornate buildings, like you were saying, that really it drug the eye up, looking towards God and the heaven. And and we've come to a point now where things are very very bland, very
Right.
straight edged, but there's no beauty, there's no
Well, I
ornamentation.
seek out, and
Simplicity is
I'm a
key.
Catholic convert, and I seek out beautiful churches and beautiful cathedrals. And
Mhm.
I love going to those, and it uplifts me, going into this beautiful building. And to me, we as human beings are going to do the best we can to make the most beautiful thing that we can. And that's an expression of our praise towards God, uplifting. It uplifts you. Like, this is the
Mhm.
best that we as humans can do. And let's celebrate that. As opposed to, let's spray graffiti on the wall and call it art and say it's equal to the amount of work. Max
Yeah,
is a
Sistine
Japanese, and I
Chapel.
love the simplicity. I love the minimalism and the Japanese aesthetic of Kyoto and the ancient. That minimalism is beautiful and pure, and I think the same concept is reflected in that ancient art.
Mhm.
Yeah, you should see some of Max's pictures that he takes.
Yeah,
They're
I
amazing.
get to see them. They're really cool.
I
I love
love
the
it.
old architecture.
Oh, you like the picture of the vending machine with insects that you can buy?
Well, no, that
Wait,
one was just kind
I
of neat
didn't
looking,
see
but
that one.
Wait, there's a
Scorpions.
what?
Vending
Yeah.
machine with insects.
you guys have got
I-
interesting vending machines in general. There's some.
I
you
was
sell some cool
in
things.
Ueno, and I bought this. Hold on.
Oh, Steve Wild Saffron is saying hello. Good to see you from over on the Rumble.
See, I bought this silver coin. It's what do you call it? A one proof
Okay.
silver coin. It's like
Okay. Nice.
so I didn't open it. But anyways, when I was buying it, there were all these little stores underneath the railway tracks. And I came across a vending machine and I looked at it and it was full of canned panties. No, I'm kidding. It was full of insects. And then the one I focused on were scorpions. They had like scorpions.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I didn't buy them because I was
Were
not
they-
hungry. I already ate.
I was gonna say, were they alive?
No, they're dead. They're
probably
cooked
dried.
and they're flavored, I guess. I didn't try them.
While
Maybe
he's
I'll buy
answering Steve, she's saying because all art and creativity flows from God. That's why they want everything lifeless to demoralize.
I don't
And
know.
that's-
You go up to them and say, "Hey, you look beautiful, just like Lizzo." They will hit you.
Thanks.
Yeah, everything is bland. My brother jokes about it. He and his woman, they're very, very gray people. Everything is gray. Everything, their house is painted gray. The place that they live in now, I complimented them of it. It's a beautiful blue and green that works so well, and I complimented them, and they were laughing when they bought the place. It was painted that way, and they liked it so much they didn't change it. But they normally everything is a bland grayish beige, and that's very much what you're seeing. And now in the bigger cities, you're seeing a lot of they've got a technical term for it, but it's architecture that dissuades a person from hanging around, from spending any time.
Well, Wild Saffron, because all art and creativity flows from God, it says that's why they want everything lifeless and demoralized. But the thing that I really am and Danielle knows this because she's read Prepare, but is that the left, there is we need the best out of the right and the left. We talk about this political divide. And to me, the left is creative destruction, right? That's why a lot of artists are in that side. And right now we're getting the worst out of at least the left in that we're just getting the destruction and not the creative. We need that life. We need that vitality because the right can get, has its own negatives. We can get very stuck and moribund, right? Whereas the creative destruction is important, but we aren't getting that. We're getting just destruction and personal destruction. I was reading, I was watching this Runkle auction recently. In fact, I've got my books here that I've personalized for the people. I donated some books for the Runkle auction
Nice.
where he helped the children's charity.
Okay.
And he raised almost $100,000.
Yep.
I was going to say that just ended this morning, or was it like last
No.
night?
The day before last, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And and it was a wonderful thing. And yet he's getting these trolls and these haters, these people that want to put him down for some mistakes that he made here and there, instead of
Yeah.
praising the guy for doing a great job and raising money
Yeah.
for kids.
24 hours straight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wonderful. And doing a great service, but yet they want to throw eggs and they want to tear down and hurt
course.
and negative, and it's kind of getting him down. And he is one of the nicest guys on the internet. I
Yeah.
really like people. I'll say when I was really down in my last couple of years, he was one of the guys that really gave me some words of encouragement and was kind of behind the scenes, very quiet and subtle, and just a good man. And he's a good man.
Yeah.
Very gross.
Oh, we lost you.
A little bit.
Darn it. All right. Well, I'll start talking because it's like a smoker at the waiting for a bus. If the bus is late, you light your smoke up, and then sure enough, the bus will show up.
Yeah, but if it doesn't,
Well, I don't know. I was raised on the coast, and the bus was always showing up on the coast.
There it
There
is.
you are.
You know,
Hello.
hey,
I don't know.
you ever
I
hear
have
of
an
Norm
unstable-
Macdonald? Norm
Unstable.
Macdonald
image.
had that in his joke, in a really long joke. Do you remember that one?
I
I
love
remember.
Whenever I get bored, I just watch like long strings
meet
of Norm Macdonald
his-
clips.
Norm meets his neighbor, and he says to the neighbor, he goes, "What do you do?" And he goes, "Well, I'm a professor of logic." And he goes, "What the hell is that?" And he goes, "Well, it's a bunch of syllogisms." He goes, "Hey, listen, I'll give you an example." And he said, "Do you happen to own a dog house?" He goes, "Well, yes, I do." "And you have dogs, right? And you have a family." And he has a family and 2 kids. He goes, "So by that, I can infer with logic that you are a heterosexual male, right?" And he goes, "Wow, what do you know?" So he learned something. Anyways, Norm goes to the bus stop to wait for a bus. And the guy goes, "Hey, the bus is always late." He goes, "Yeah, but," and he said what you said. "You light up a cigarette, and by that time, the bus will come."
Yeah.
Smoke the whole cigarette, bus still isn't there. And the guy goes, "Well, it works most of the time." And he goes, "What's new with you?" And he goes, "Well, I just met my neighbor." And he goes, "You won't believe what he does. He's a professor of logic." And he goes, "What the hell is that?" And he goes, "Well, it's a bunch of syllogisms. Hey, listen, I'll explain it to you." And the guy goes, "Okay." And he goes, "Do you own a doghouse?" And the guy goes, "No." So Norm goes, "So you're one of them homosexuals, aren't you?"
Yeah, that's pretty good, Max. You did a pretty good recreation. I know Norm was one of the greatest comedians
Yeah.
of all of them. And
Yeah.
if you want to just entertain yourself for hours, just go watch clips on YouTube of Norm Macdonald. That guy
Yeah.
was great.
Weekend
wonderful.
Update was the best.
Oh yeah.
Well, it just
Norm.
everything he did. He's like, "What? I'm gonna do what? You want to call what?" And
Yeah.
he was just phenomenal. I love Norm Macdonald, definitely.
Yeah. He was very, very intelligent and actually quite religious, or at least he
Mhm.
was raised. His father was a pastor or preacher or something.
Well, and I
From what I
really like. I don't
understand.
know if you've seen the clip of him on a game show, and this comedian gets up there and he starts like busting on Christians, and he was like, "I don't think that's funny," because it's easy to bust on Christians. It's like the because we turn the other cheek and we're
Yeah,
peace
slow
loving
hanging
people.
fruit. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Damn it.
No, Steve, no.
Oh, he's got frozen.
Oh, it's like he's
Always
playing
so
the
nice
same
to
game as
hear from
mine
him.
is. Oh, there you are
Hey,
again.
grab a smoke.
Steve.
I have
Quick,
a
grab a
terrible
cigarette,
internet connection. My wife is watching. We've got one internet connection. Miami. I'll tell you one thing about Miami. is the internet sucks. It's like a third world country here. But my wife is on the TV and I'm here, but I'm sticking here for a few minutes at least to hang. Digger, I will say that I love everything you do, and occasionally I'll watch and I won't comment, and I'm trying. I'm really not as much on the. I'm not doing as much on the internet. I mean, my life has kind of moved on. I'm doing different things. I've got a job I'm very happy at, and I'm doing great. Then my career is finally back on track. I finally got my smile back. I mean, they really went after me hard for like a year, 2 years. And I'm still suing the Miami Herald, but But in the meantime, I just want to move on. And it's like, why should I get on the internet and do anything? I mean, I do it because Danielle's here and my friend Digger's here. And I mean, I've got like some friends that I like that I've made, and I cherish that and I value that. And that's a gift. And that's something that's great that's come out of this. On the other hand, there's these people that are busting on like Runkle, of all people. Runkle, one of the nicest guys who's raising money for kids and charity, and they got to find some angle to hate on him and hurt him and harass him. I mean, it's like, why do good people need that kind of hatred? Why don't, one of those people who have all that hate in their hearts, why don't they focus on the people that are powerful? We're just individuals out here trying to live our lives and love and live. Why don't you focus on the people that have power in the country that maybe you could really do some insight into? Oh no, we got to pick on the people who are just individuals out there who can't defend themselves or who could really be hurt. It's really, I mean, there's a real dark psychology that the internet perpetuates.
It do be like that, Mr. Sansel.
We're reading the latest book I've started to read is The Great Controversy, Steve, and it's a book by Ellen G. White. So it's kind of it's pretty interesting. We've only just started it, but I'm reading it because she is allegedly a biblical prophet, like a non-canonical prophet. And so I'm reading to decide for myself. But so far, it's very interesting. It's like a in-depth dive into the history books at the moment. We're talking about Martin Luther right now. So if you're bored, if you're interested, that's what we're doing. That's what we're reading now. I know he's frozen again.
Digger, real quick. I sent you 2 images on Discord.
Oh, okay.
And we were talking a little bit ago about the the French Baroque style and the Gothic architecture.
Oh yeah.
So I sent you 2 images. There's 2 churches in Detroit that are. One was built in 1911, and the other one's built in like 1900 something, and they're both neo-Gothic and Gothic French Baroque styling.
Okay. Yeah, I know you've got the Masonic Lodge in Detroit is phenomenal looking. It's a very cool looking building.
Yeah, that's actually down the street from the second one I sent you.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. And you don't get to see, especially, I mean, North America, you really don't get to see a whole lot of that really great old Gothic or even Victorian style buildings.
That's all you see in Detroit.
Okay, well, then you don't see it here.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of older architecture still in Vancouver. But yeah, for the most part, it's really, it's been torn down by now.
Well, remember, Michigan was a French colony.
Yes. Yeah.
So in Detroit, Detroit is how you actually say it, is literally filled with nothing but French buildings.
Yeah. I know. I always wanted to see it.
One of the things you lured me on with was the Ghazni heritage, right? Max, I think, was talking about that. We can't find the boat that the Ghaznis came over on. It was sometime pre-1700, The earliest Ghazni, or one of the earliest Ghaznis, was 13 generations back, was a captain in Washington, George Washington's old Virginia regiment that was in the French and Indian War. So he was a captain in the old Virginia regiment and went to Pittsburgh and fought the French in the French and Indian War. And that's why a lot of the Ghaznis went to Kentucky. So that was back in the early 1700s. And hey, can I make another shout out? Danielle, man, I'll tell you, Danielle has the coolest background, I think,
know.
of any YouTuber, doesn't she?
Yeah,
I know.
like a bunch of punk flyers. And,
Look at that. That is cool, though. I forget what it is. I get it. I know what it is because I know Danielle.
Yeah.
But look how cool that is. Just as a visual.
Yeah, all the artwork. And,
Hey, thank you.
yeah. Yeah, that's something you don't see a whole lot of anymore. The flyer. Well, you know what? Again, it's probably just because I live in a small podunk town. There's not a whole lot of shows going on, anyways. But yeah, I remember growing up. You could be walking down the streets in Vancouver, and there's all sorts of bands and show concerts and flyers everywhere. There was always
that's
something
fun.
going on.
I'm stapled to a power pole.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wild Saffron talks about Savannah, Georgia. Has
Oh, yeah.
anybody here been to Savannah?
No.
Yes,
Oh, there you go.
Who said yes?
AP.
I did. AP.
AP is a symbol, not a real person.
Right. He's actually a chatter. He's never dipped his toes into streaming. He just comes to hang out because, we're friends.
I turned my camera on. I just don't want people to see all the crap behind me.
Understood.
Fair enough.
That and I'm
Savannah is great. I've been there a few times. Being from Daytona, it's not that far away. It's like a day trip. So
yeah, I've driven through too much of Georgia on my way down to my family in Florida. So
Hey,
actually, Wild Saffron has a comment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
that's
just going
right.
to say.
It's almost right. I didn't play the Troubadour. I played the Roxy Theater.
Oh, you played
Yeah,
the
I know
Roxy.
that.
Oh,
I played
very
the Roxy.
cool.
My band won a national songwriting competition, and we
Oh,
showcased
cool.
the Roxy Theater on Sunset Strip in LA in the 80s.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, well, if I tell you any more, it gets all Spinal Tap from there on out. But basically,
so it went to 11.
What?
So it went to 11.
Yes, it went to 11. No, it was. I actually have the board tape from the show. But yeah, I played the Roxy Theater. I was the bass player in a band called Euphoria at the Roxy.
Mhm.
Yeah, our song was called Rock Against Rock, and it was funny.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I do not sorry, there it is, Mr. Q. Small podunk is the best. To hell with all them people. Special occasions only. You know what? As an adult, yes, but I have to say I was very lucky. I grew up on the coast. Vancouver was just a bus ride away, and I got to see all of the best in the way of grunge bands. Except for Nirvana. I never got to see Kurt Cobain, but I came up as, a child of the 80s and a teen in the 90s, and I got to see so many amazing bands growing up. I was very, very lucky.
That's awesome.
Wasn't
Hey,
Kurt
Steve,
Cobain the
there's
one who
a-
decided to play his last instrument was the hair trigger with his toe?
Yes, that's the one.
Okay,
I
great.
saw the most amazing. It's called the Kurt Cobain bong, and it's a bong. It's a shotgun, and you have to suck it out of the.
Oh, no.
Oh, I know you know.
Well, that's
That-
a little too on the nose. but
Yeah,
I love it.
but it was one hell of a hoot, I tell you.
How do I get one? Because that will literally kill me.
I don't
It'd
know.
be funny.
It was a meme that I saw. It was awesome. That was years ago now.
God,
Hey,
that's
Steve,
how I
there's
want to
a book-
go with the Kurt Cobain bong.
There's a book you should check out, Steve. I put it in the chat. Did you see
Yeah,
it?
I've seen
Okay.
that. There's a number of because if they're named Ghazni, they're related. I will
But
say
it's,
that
it's,
they're
it's called The Ghazni Family in America, 300 Years of History, Bloodlines, and Collateral Families. The
Interesting.
author lives in Florida,
oh really? I didn't know
and it was
that.
published 21 years ago in 2004.
20, it's 2004. I was like, oh, it's just the other day. No, 21 years ago.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah,
a
so
while
there
ago
was
now.
actually-
Yeah.
There's something called the Ghazni book by a lady named Wisda Ghazni, who, yeah, and if they're Ghazni, they're related. It's basically, the history is that they're mostly from Western England, so Yorkshire area, but then that group is supposedly also French Huguenots. So we've been kicked out of every place. We were kicked out of France, and then we were kicked out of England, and then we were kicked out of Virginia, and we ended up in, most of the Ghazis ended up in Kentucky. And there are Ghazis back in England, but it's an old, most of our, and it's funny because I always like, as a history guy, I want to be like, we're great captains of industry, but most of them are basically farmers or educators. I'd say the biggest claim to
Oh, he froze
Oh,
again.
darn.
Claim to fame got frozen.
Kentucky.
It's almost like the internet knows when he's just about to make the
Yeah,
point. There you are.
Yeah,
And you're back.
Chinese censors.
What?
This is what
Sorry,
they're
did I
trying to
get cut off?
They
no,
ordered a platform to enforce ghosting and freezing. Yeah.
Well, if you look up Ghazni one-room schoolhouse, it is actually the symbol of the University of Northern Kentucky. So the Ghazis were educators and farmers, and there's this one-room schoolhouse that is now the symbol of University of Northern Kentucky. You can look it up. It's kind of a cute little
Interesting.
old one-room schoolhouse, kind of old Americana. Yeah, don't have a lot of fighters. We're lovers, not fighters.
Oh, I know that from your book,
What
the
is
lawyer
that? What's
one.
that from?
Lovers, not fighters.
Is
No, it's from your
my
book?
book? Does that come across in the book?
Yeah, specifically the one that's more erotic. Yeah, that one.
Oh,
Oh.
right.
Oh,
Oh, right, yeah. Right.
Hi, Melissa Jane. How you doing? Here you are. Yeah.
There were also Ghaznis that immigrated from Yorkshire over to Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
And he froze again.
there we go. He froze.
He was about to make a good point too. He just needs to stop making points because those points are
'Cause
perforating
that's
his
when,
internet.
yeah, the internet say nope. Maybe it's the Canadian internet saying nope. You can't.
So
There's-
my question is how big is genealogy in Japan?
How's big what?
Genealogy, like, do you know how far back can you go with your family, Max?
Oh yeah. You have okay, first of all, you have every Japanese citizen. I'm not a Japanese citizen. Will have a family register, and that will go back maybe to Meiji or whatever. But you also have, if you have families like on my wife's side, they have these old. They have a kind of a. You have these clans, and you have these, I guess, these home shrines, right? And you keep records in them, and you have these old freaking scrolls, and you stretch them
you
out,
just-
and so people can trace it back to like the whole whatever Tale of Genji era, and that not every family can do that.
That's pretty awesome.
But if you are like every Japanese overstates, tries to claim that they are samurai because it's cooler to be from samurai.
Mm.
Oh,
However,
I also samurai.
Statistically impossible. They, at most, if you look at the hierarchy, you have maybe less than 10%, right? So there's no way. And like you had the Peruvian president, Alberto Fujimori. It turned out, you found out afterwards, that he actually never gave up his Japanese citizenship. He had it,
Okay.
But during the 90s, he would pose with a katana, and I don't know, maybe he could have been, but it was it was just something that you have these you'd have these, to this day you will have when Japanese try to justify something, usually old guys, and they'll say, "Oh, I'm following the code of Bushido." Well, there's a couple things wrong with that, and I'll list three of them. One is the first point that I indicated, that it's statistically, it's there's a likelihood that they are not samurai, or descended from samurai.
Mhm.
But the second thing is Bushido, which was written by
Hiya,
Inazo
how you doing?
Tobe, it was
Hello.
a false narrative. It was written by Inazo Nitobe. He was a Christian, and he got really triggered by this white European saying, "Well, we white Christian Europeans, we have a code of chivalry. We protect the poor. We protect women."
Mm.
And this guy Nitobe got really triggered, and he goes, "We have it too." So he wrote Bushido.
Okay.
And when he wrote it first in English, and the other Japanese goes, hey, it would be like saying, "I'm going to explain the American ethos, and it's based on the Marlboro Man, and we all
It sounds kind of Japanese
we
to
all
me,
have
though.
our
I mean, to do
guns,
that.
and we ride our horses, and we do that." And so the Japanese go, "Dude, this is like kind of bullshit." And he goes, no, shut up. Those arrogant white Europeans, I'm trying to show them. And so at the time, it was in the 1930s, and fascist Japan was looking for a what do you call it, a guidebook, something that would fit perfectly into the aims of fascist Japan. So they adopted Bushido.
Okay.
But you're adopting kind of this Marlboro Man ethics, that it's
Yeah.
somewhat contrived.
Untrue.
And it
Sort
goes even right down to, if you look at the Japanese act of, you say crudely, harakiri or seppuku,
Wow.
which is belly cutting. Actually, when you have historians look at it, it was symbolic. They wouldn't actually cut their stomach open. Often it would be symbolic. And then what would happen is your second would spare you the pain of torture or whatever and cut off your head,
But my understanding is, and this is interesting, you should bring this up because, and I'm a big, one of my primary interests of study in academic study was modern American military history and of the Pacific Theater and the Japanese-American conflict.
Yeah.
And my understanding of the
Damn it.
Yeah, again, every time he makes a point, he just smacks
It
his internet
stops.
away.
Yeah.
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 Since
It's
he's
a
gone
sign.
for
My
two
Canadian
seconds-
internet saying, no, you cannot learn anything.
It's
No,
a sign.
no.
It's a
Yeah.
sign, Mr. Gosney.
trying to get it through. I want to ask this because it's interesting that Max, I really respect. He's a very intellectual and thoughtful person. But my understanding in one of my research and when I was studying is that the code of Bushido was a very elite philosophy and code that applied only to the samurai, which was a very small elite guard of the emperor, right? And that when the fascist Japanese leaders, Tojo and the rest of them, took over, they expanded that elite philosophy.
Yeah, for all the kind of warrior class. But the other thing that happens is when you live in Japan and you find out the things that people find out as Japanese or residents that irks you the most about Japanese society is this dominance of this passive aggressive sort of stuff. Like there's a word where you when you bully somebody in Japan, it's not like what you think. When I have friends who are white and they have Japanese kids who are half Japanese, they go, "My kid's not going to get bullied. I'm going to teach him karate." I say, "No, you don't understand how bullying happens in Japan. What happens in Japan is they don't single you out and they say, "Yeah, half-breed," and they ignore you. And there's a word for that in Japanese. It's called village ostracism, murahachibu.
Okay.
And that is from the peasant class, because you needed this high level of cooperation. And so if you wanted to do your own thing, they would freeze you out and you would probably starve.
Well,
So
Connor,
that is-
can I ask Connor, we got to welcome Connor into our stream.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome, welcome
How you
him.
doing, bud?
So when you
Not
do
too
these
bad.
kind of petty things, the backbiting and all the little kind of almost feminine passive aggressive things, I'll point out to Japanese who are saying, "Oh, it's Bushido." I go, that's actually from the hyakusho, peasant class, all that kind of
Interesting.
small-mindedness, and
Yeah.
those things that people who experience Japan and Japanese society, corporate culture, the things that irk them the most or really piss them off, that's not from any sort of derivatives of whether, this sort of Bushido ideal. That's from the hyakusho mentality, which is really small-minded. You need to absolutely think, consider what other people think, or they're going to gang up on you. And so what it presents was interesting. I have 2 foreign friends, and they work for a Japanese company. I got along with the president, and they were pretty high director levels. But there was a Japanese guy, a director. His name was Surumi. He's probably still around. He's a son of a bitch. But he was cool with me because I was advisor to the president. But he would do these things that would totally gut a Japanese. And what is that? Small thing.
Mhm.
In the morning, you see somebody, you say good morning, you return that. But he would just go pretended you didn't exist. He would ignore
Oh.
you.
This
And-
one, yeah.
The funny thing was, if a Japanese, I don't care how acculturized you are, westernized you are, that has to hurt. You can't fake it. Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
It got you. But
Yeah.
if you're a
Connor,
Westerner,
can I ask
even if
Connor a
you're-
question?
if you're a Westerner, like my friend, it's kind of like going right over his head. Like, he doesn't care. It's more like tit for tat. That guy obviously doesn't like me. I don't care. And it wouldn't matter to him, It
Yeah.
was kind of
Well,
funny.
and it is very foreign. And this is the thing. Like, I don't think that, like, and I was going to ask Connor because, my son is half Asian.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's any baggage that associates with that in the United States. I mean, have you experienced anything from that, Connor?
So I'm gonna go off on what Max said about the bullying stuff. As a half white, half Korean, it was a similar experience. I mean, I have been bullied in elementary school for the reason because I was
America
mixed
or
blood
in Korea?
in
Yeah.
Korea. Like, I'm sure in some cases it's just plain straight off, like Max said, just ignoring that person. For me, it was both on they gave me a lot of attention and interest because I am half white. And then after that wore it down, they're like, oh, we don't care about it anymore. And it started the picking and the bullying and all that.
Yeah.
When I moved here, going in high school, it was a totally different experience. Like, I had more attention because I am half Korean, and
You were unique.
it's the yellow fever going on pretty much. Like,
Yeah,
everyone's obsessed with K-pop, everyone's obsessed with the Asian
Well,
cultures
you're
and all
young. There's
That's
this one
true.
Korean American comedian. He said, if you're a guy, I don't care how red blooded you are and everything else, but you cannot diss K-pop. And I said, why? And he goes, because without K-pop, guys like us wouldn't be getting laid.
Well, because I think that, it is interesting. Americans are fascinated by the interesting people and coming from different cultures and the assimilation. And I'm interested because I'm working at a law firm now, and most of our clients are Latin, are Spanish speakers, right?
Mhm.
And the racism amongst the Latinos is crazy.
Oh, it's
It is.
crazy.
they're like the Venezuelans are this and the Cubans are this and the thing. I'm like, I'm clueless. I don't have any insight
Interesting.
into that at
My-
all.
my-
But I do know
my
the
friend-
Asians have that kind of
I didn't get it when I worked in
Hierarchy.
baseball. We had a Panamanian player, right? And one of the guys I worked with, his mother was from Colombia, and she visited Japan, and she met, I forget the player, and he spoke Spanish. They spoke Spanish, and I heard her. She goes, "Oh, he speaks very good Spanish for somebody from Panama." And I've gone, "Oh." And I didn't catch it, but her son was like, "Oh shit, mom!" Like, and I said, "What is it?" I said, "Well, she's from this element of society in Colombia, and they look down on Panamanians." I said, "Oh wow, that's funny. I like your mom."
And it's like, oh, like you guys think you're being racist to us? Just watch until we're racist against each other. Then it's like a whole new level.
It's
Yes.
true.
Like
It's
you're nothing compared to how racist we are
Pretty,
against each other.
it's pretty passive and pretty laid back when it comes to that stuff relative to the rest of the world. I mean, the rest of the world, even the Europeans, like, boy, you talk to people, because I've got friends who are Ukrainians and Russians and Swedes. And boy, the way they talk about each other, it's like they hate each other. I mean, it's like, oh, they're all white people. Well, yeah, but they have all these divisions in Europe, just like in Asia, and I'm sure Africa. I mean,
Mhm.
Oh, he
Aw.
stops at Africa.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Shows the racism of our friend Steve.
See, I was born and raised in Canada, and there was no such thing as racism until I got to be like mid-30s, and suddenly people started talking about racism. But up
Oh, I
until
thought
that
you were going
point,
to say
we
until you
just
got mid
enjoyed
30, then you
things.
turned racist, like Max.
it's because you're living in Alberta.
Very good
Took
racist.
you into your 30s? Damn, late bloomer, huh?
there was no such thing as racism until like I said, mid-30s, and
Well,
suddenly
you're
the media is
living in
talking
Alberta.
about how
There's
bad
nobody
it
to ra-
is.
There's nobody to be racist towards.
Well,
That's
I
true,
don't know. There
everybody's
was a
whiter
whole
than
lot
snow
of
there.
we had a whole lot of different Asian backgrounds, Chinese. We had Filipinos, Koreans. There was lots of people from all sorts of different backgrounds, but we all just, it was just the normal. It was
You
You
didn't
know?
say a whole lot about customer service in your little spiel there.
customer service. That didn't come until later. I was actually, that didn't come until after I was out of school. It started becoming a more of a norm.
No,
Have
it's
to do
funny
a
because
job
How
before
I
far are
saw
you-
a article
Digger, how
today.
far are you from Runkle?
I'm in BC. I'm probably about 4 or 5 hours drive from him.
Yeah, but there's big mountains in between. He's in Alberta.
No, I'm in the interior, so I'm
You still have
only
to go
a
over
couple of hours
the
from
Rockies,
Banff
then the
and
foothill.
what is
Badass
it?
motherfucker, Banff.
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 Banff is beautiful.
Yeah, Banff, Lake
Banff
Louise.
is like Canadian symbol. It's like the greatest part of Canada. Banff.
Yeah, we're yeah, like I said, we're probably about 4 or 5 hours difference driving.
Well, I got
from
another
Runkle.
question for Connor.
Got a
and
lot
I-
of family in Edmonton.
I haven't been on stream with Connor in a while, and so I got another question for him.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, I know. Well, you've been, you're a Utahian, even though you're, and Utah, southern Utah, I'd say is probably one of the most beautiful parts of the entire United States. But
Hey.
I also understand that you visited Florida recently. So what is your cultural perspective on Florida now that you, as a Utahian?
Honestly, I like Florida because talking about climate wise, it's pretty close to Korean climate. Like during the summer, it's like humid as no other, and I'm sure the winters like the wind hurts. But people wise, they've been just minding their own business like Koreans do. And honestly, I like Florida, but I would not live there. But
See, that's
You
my
like- you
problem.
like Utah?
Florida would be awesome, except for the humidity. If it weren't for the humidity, I would love it there.
yeah, I'm
But I
happy with
just
the dry
can't.
heat and all that stuff.
I need.
I'm
I need
happy
the
where
dry.
I'm at.
Yeah.
So you're a happy Utahian.
I'm a happy
you-
Utah. Yep.
You're north of Salt Lake City, right?
Yes, I'm about an hour and a half north of Salt Lake. I'm in the north, pretty much as north as you can go for Utah.
Yeah, I know Nick Starro visited you before he came and visited me, right?
Yeah, jealous.
I'm,
I got
I'm
to see him
jealous.
first.
I'm over in Canada.
Ah.
I get lost in the shuffle all the time.
Man, I mean, Nick was awesome. It was too bad that he kind of visited towards the weekend because that's when everything's closed, especially Sunday. Everything's closed on Sunday.
Is Utah
So-
still like that?
Oh,
Still
that's
very shut down on the Sundays? Is
Yeah,
the-
a lot of places are. If you're not a major chain, it's closed.
Hey,
Interesting.
I have something not so controversial, but most people don't know, and it's Runco related.
Ooh.
I put it in the private chat.
Oh
so-
yeah, I'm looking at it right now. The
The
chief
province of
firearms
Alberta
officer.
has a chief firearms officer, and it's a woman named Terry Bryant.
Yes.
But
apparently,
it's no, it I like the way it's like nobody's business because the person doesn't like wave a pride flag or transgender flag, but actually Terry Bryant used to be a big 12'6'4" balding guy named Terry Ursaki, and he was at the University of British Columbia.
Mhm.
So he was a PhD, a doctoral student, and later became a
Nice.
professor.
he.
But
and then
yeah,
they
yeah,
did- yeah.
and so when I first heard this, like, hey, Terry is now a woman, I go, nah, get out of here. But then this was years ago, and then I heard that Terry was a chief firearms officer. I think it's the only role in any of the provinces, you know.
Okay.
But anyways, my point is this: it was like no one really knows it. That person doesn't advertise it. It's not it's open about it actually.
Mhm.
But I would argue it's just like the current administration, the Secretary of Treasury, Scott Bessent. You know, he's
Yeah.
openly gay. He has a marriage, and they have adopted kids, and no big deal. He's not making this show like Pete Buttigieg of
It's
I'm-
not their
breast-
identity.
Thank you again so much for
Yeah.
the Frankenstein book.
Well,
And so
that's kind of the thing. It's like people,
appreciate that.
it's like everybody's a sinner. Everybody's got their
Yep.
flaws. Everybody's got their thing. And the thing is that, but I'm not out there waving the heterosexual flag.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of strange that people want to project.
Eric-
Somebody watching a video?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's
What is that?
For putting the links up over on Kick and Twitch. McFly,
someone's got a
Chaotic Mongoose, and Doug B with the 20.
Doug B! Let's
Doug
go!
B
Doug
with
B!
the 20.
Woo! I don't know who Doug
Sorry about that.
No worries.
What's going on? I'm confused.
Just realized where it was coming in from.
Click on a link and didn't know the audio was on the webpage.
I thought that was me, I'll be honest, because I had some really weird looking Japanese websites open. So I was like, which one's playing sound?
yeah. I thought it was my site.
'Cause I don't know, Max. Your people put weird sites together, man. I'm trying to job search, see if I can get anything like, decent over there that's better than here, but I can't.
No, you make too much money. You're doing too well. You're working in IT, right?
No, I'm chemist, but
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Hey, there was this thing a couple years ago where the DEA guy here, Lou, was telling me how the Mexican cartels who are working with the Japanese Yakuza, they would put all the ingredients on meth, and they'd fly over their Mexican chemist even to put it all together. And
That's a
so-
that's a
like
weird way to
Breaking
put
Bad.
chemist.
It was great story. but the Japanese end screwed it up because they didn't do controlled deliveries. They actually let the end product go through the system, and they lost it. Then the second time, they had information that that actual chemist was going to be in Ginza on a Saturday. So the National Police Agency guys, they had like 5 guys or something like that, 4 or 5 guys, 1 car. They lost them. On the Monday, they went, we lost them because they didn't, if you have a team, you need at least 2, if not 3, right? So that's why when someone was asking me, what happens if you think you're being followed? And I said, most of the times, if it really is the case that you're being followed, you have a minimum of 2 teams. So this is how you fuck with them,
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I'm looking at your I'm looking at job searches right here, and I'm like, the livability in Japan is fucking great because like the size of house that I could get where I would want to live in Japan is like half the price for 3 times the house than what I get here in Chicago. And that's yen to USD. However, even the fucking the wage that I would get would facilitate that, but not here.
Do you have a master's or doctorate?
I'm a master's.
You know what? They don't pay very well, but the Japan National Research Laboratories, it's called what the F
Well,
is
the
it
pays
called?
very well thing is the problem. Is because I would have to, travel with my fucking, United States college degree debt,
Okay.
So you need good pay.
So I would need to live here until that's gone, and then I can skedoodle all I want.
Oh.
Because if I was debt free, I'd be living in Japan. I'd sell my car in a fucking heartbeat. I don't need that shit.
Okay.
So Japan's another place I can't go because of the humidity.
Oh,
it's
I
just-
would love living in Hokkaido because it's got snow. It's basically Chicago
Mm.
Without the violence.
without the vibe.
There you go.
That's true.
Brian, I put in side chat. I called it low-paying jobs in science in Japan, in academia and research mostly.
But I hear that Tokyo is quite affordable for a big city. Actually, it's just that the incomes are not great. So
That's exactly it. Yeah, because like if I could get like a remote job that paid in USD, holy shit.
I've been watching a lot of these travel vloggers, and there's a guy named Ken Abroad who does a whole tour of Tokyo, and it's amazing. I mean, Tokyo, I tell you, it was one of those bucket list cities for me. I mean, I would just love it's so, Japan, it seems to me to be a very clean, polite, beautiful city that is functional. And the food, I mean, I love Japanese food, is my favorite. Peruvian food also is very.
Oh, the
His
censor
internet just does not like him.
the censor stopped at Peru, so now we have.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on. But
I have my second for the day.
Oh, you're Zen?
what is that?
Yeah.
Is that
No,
like
they're not
drugs?
Zins, they're
It
Velo.
does look like
It's nicotine. It's a nicotine pouch.
That's what they all say.
Hey, Max, you come to Miami and I'll take you to some Cuban cigar places, man.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, when Nick Starro came here, we went to the cigar place and he showed me. I don't know anything about cigars, but I occasionally, like once a year, I might have a cigar. But he showed me the best store, so I'll take you to the cigar store if you ever come to Miami.
I don't do cigars anymore, but I would. But
I know.
I'm kind of a retard because what I do, because I didn't start from a basis of smoking. So all I know, well, I smoke cigarettes sometimes. So I always forget. And I actually am the moron who ends up inhaling a cigar.
But if you came to
I have
Miami,
to
you'd
take
have a.
it off.
If you came to Miami, you'd have a cigar with me, right?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
And but you
That's
have
what
to
I want to
remind
know. I
me,
just want assurance.
stop inhaling because the next day I feel great. The next
You don't
day,
inhale cigar.
Yeah,
Because
see, that's why I
It's a-
can't do cigars, is because I inhale. Was a cigarette
Yeah.
smoker first and foremost.
Yeah.
So,
So you're not Obama.
my cat is kindly telling me that it's time for me to end the stream because
Okay.
it's time for them to eat. But
Boo.
thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out again tonight. It's really nice to see you, Daniel and Connor. Don't get to see you very often. And Steve, now that you're back, hello. I've got to end the stream because the cats are telling me it's that time. But it's really nice to see you guys. And it's great when you guys can stop by and see it. Also, Brian, AP, Max, you guys are here basically every week, and I appreciate the heck out of you.
And Digger, thank you for being
Pretty
you.
much.
Thank you
Oh,
for being
thank you.
No, really, because like, and I know that, you have your own views about a lot of things and stuff, but you're a kind person. And you're just one of it's like, and I love people who are different, who have their own.
Aw.
Oh,
There goes the- there goes the comment.
You don't deserve any
Compliment.
more
Damn it.
compliments.
no
I know.
glazing Digger.
See, it's got to be the Canadian government doing the throttling.
Yeah.
There's too much information, too many compliments. Can't do that.
Perfect time.
I appreciate you, Steve. Thank you so much. On that note, thank you guys. I will see you Wednesday morning. Just kidding, LLC, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, have a great one. Bye.
Night.
Later, y'all.
Topics change from day to day. Science, art, or history's play. No path too twisted, no trail too thin. She dives right in where to begin. After anything, nothing's too obscure. She'll dig and take a spirit so pure. From ancient lore to future dreams, every question finds its gleam.